so set for the opening kick. And we're underway from Soldier Field. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong, Aaron Rodgers.
Well, love him or hate him, Rodgers not ready to leave the league until he's satisfied with how his final chapter reads. He didn't get the storybook ending he wanted last year. Taking another run at channeling all that doubt into success one final time.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. This gets forward to around the 29. Kevin Byard there to bring him down.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, Warren. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they could be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
1st down. Here's Rodgers. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. So after the play, Trainer's headed out. A member of the Bears out there in some discomfort. Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. They sneak it with Rodgers. And they take him down right along the 30. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you've got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
His rookie season last year, Kate, a reminder that no matter how talented you are, this league can humble you. And it didn't help to being the most sacked quarterback in football as well. But remember, 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns, he showed glimpses of what I know Chicago wants more of this year.
First down throw by Williams. Put some heat on this. They connect on the deep shot. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And it'll be first down Bears.
Big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Going to run again with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd down, here's Williams. Has his man caught by Odunze. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, Williams to throw. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Fourth down, Williams. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All set now, 1st and 10. Zone read to give to Swift. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Working from the gun, Williams. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 start. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of... ball can hit the ground on this side.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Escapes, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Bears finish off their opening drive. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears start off well to tie things 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So 2nd down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Rodgers throwing again on 2nd. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Rodgers going to throw on 1st. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That was Montez Sweat who took him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A toss running left, Warren. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Rogers from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers break the tie here in the 1st. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Now Boswell on to send this away. Josh Blackwell to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their 2nd drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run here. Kyle Manunga. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. So that connection for first will bring us to the end of the first. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They're looking at first down here. Running with Swift out of the gun. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Hit applied by Keanu Benton.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Staying grounded with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They've got first down here from the 36. They pitch it to him. Has a lane inside the 25. And they finally get to him at the 15. They got 21 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
Sometimes that guy in the backfield, Kate, he can just sense it, sees it when a play's going to hit. And that time he knew it well before he received the pitch. That's an occasion where things broke right for him. And it led to a big, big hitter.
First down, here's Swift. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on it.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A draw now, this is Swift. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too. Anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running a draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator, he's going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before it could get started.
And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Santos' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On return, here's Gainwell. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Counterplay here, Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Dump off, caught by his back. And we'll have a small gain up to about the 32. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. On the return for the Bears, Devin Duvernay. Down before the return gets far. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. The shotgun to give to Swift. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on close. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line. The defense all over this one.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. Drops it underneath. Swift. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Williams with the sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good. Bears. 1st down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Ooh, he made most of that one, didn't he? Give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Running behind center with Swift. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Williams to throw. He set up the screen here to Swift. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Second and 3 now. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. On the ground with Swift. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
To throw, Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Now from back at the 7, here's 3rd and goal. Pressure comes, Williams. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But it appears that the Bears were able to get their paws on that one, so they're keeping the football. Well, they scrambled back on top of the fumble. They lose a ton, though, and now they've got 4th down coming up.
Yeah, recovering it really only brought you one more play. With how much they lost on that play, well, here come the special teams. And now, well, now they got to be special.
A 41-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers' offense headed out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. That's Metcalf running the slant. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. This one goes for 3 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A pickup of 17. And the Steelers have the first down.
Steelers, first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rodgers. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So before third down whistles and yep, the timeout comes in. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw again. Rodgers. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him from the 31. To the air on first down. Rodgers. Blocked by Warren out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Rodgers will look to throw. Cut near the goal line. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers grow their lead to 8.
21, Bears 13.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Chicago offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the 1st half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half too as they chase this lead. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Williams. That's complete to Kmet on the slant. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. They'll throw 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First and 10 from the 32. Play action here with Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field. Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Air it out on 3rd. It's caught by Wilson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First down. 14. First down, Steelers.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Trying to get outside here with Warren. Rolling into enemy territory. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 27 on the play. And the Steelers have the first down.
He'll always sign off on it when that particular call comes in the headset and the running back gets a chance to hear it. A toss is his chance to get outside quickly and let that athleticism shine as he dances through the defense.
Rodgers going to throw on first. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Bears return this one to the 10 before that return is halted. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. This drive's going to begin with a run by Swift. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3. Williams off the play fake. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Let's go, left side. And he's going to be hit and sent out after about a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards there.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Second down now, 7 to go. Williams set to pass. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off of that game.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down. On the carry, it's Swift. And he comes through big here. 9 yards, it's second down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down. Going to run again with Swift. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it first and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. One guy with it. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here's Williams. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears parlay the interception into points. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Rob. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Williams has his guys set, looking to tack on two to that touchdown.
The Bears will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
19.
Down two, they went for the tie right there, partner, but a game defense able to stop them and hang on to this narrow lead.
I don't hate that call, Kate. In fact, this is one of those gray areas. If it's the fourth quarter, that's absolutely the right decision. Third quarter, as I said, kind of a gray area where maybe you're chasing points. Either way, you're behind, and your defense now has to rise to the occasion.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Pittsburgh.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
When you get that jet sweep to the outside, you have to. You have to get vertical. There is just too much team speed in today's NFL if you don't go north and south.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away. Well, it sure seems like they have found the wrinkle in their coverage that this QB just can't quite read, Brock. Got him on a pick on the last drive, and they should have had him again right there.
Kate, I can't tell you how lonely a feeling this is.
Yeah.
One interception, you don't like back-to-back drives.
That's a hole left, room to run. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers push this to an 8-point game. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Steelers push the lead to 2 scores now.
Bears 19.
Y'all can't talk about basics. Anybody know power? Also dangerous. Y'all touch already.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Williams to throw on first. Into traffic, complete. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Williams from the gun. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Williams. He's going to run for it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down Chicago.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
1st down, Williams to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Williams. And this time they can't connect, so that's incomplete. It's been favoring their back this drive. Let's see if it's going to continue now on 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Third and long, they're going to throw. Has his man caught by Odunze. This is going to be down to about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. The motion a tight end left. 1st down, Williams. Gets him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Gain of 15 there. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
2nd down now, they need 7. To throw is Williams. He set up the screen here to Swift. And he's got him a nice goal to go here as he goes out at the 8-yard line.
At that down and distance, this group is pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Williams. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
Williams will look to throw. Chased out to his right, and they take this in for the score. The Bears shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Caleb Williams, the touchdown.
That score, this is now a time where this defense can get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears cut the lead down to just 2.
Bears 26.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First call here coming from the shotgun. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Rodgers off the play action. He tucks it and takes off. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And he gets it forward to the 43-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the gun, give to Gainwell. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Steelers with the ball. They are leading, but not by a lot. Offense to the line. 2nd down. Rodgers from the gun. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They put Austin in motion left. On first down, Warren. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. We're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
22 yards. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Rodgers. Setting up the running back screen. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Pressure coming. Rodgers. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
It's a screen play to Warren. And he's brought down at the line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Blackwell now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Bears about set for their next possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
If you're going to go play action, Kate, you've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, Or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Here's Williams. And there's a catch for Luther Burden. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. He gets 22 out of that play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
1st down throw by Williams. That's more of the catch out left. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They pitch it out to him here. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
He tries to sneak it. They're loaded and ready for that sneak. They stop him at the line. No gain.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
They're on the counter with Swift. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
To throw, Williams. Still has some space inside the 35. He's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Sending a tight end in motion left. On play action, Williams. Throwing the out route complete. He's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Steelers in the dime for this third down. Williams from the gun. Drops back. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a fourth down.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. This from 30 yards out. Kicked well, and this is good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. On the return, here's Gainwell. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk. It was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. Rodgers to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears trail by a couple. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Williams to throw. Secured by Burden on the slant. And he'll get take him down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 8 on that one. And it'll be first down Bears.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he is to throw. Big strike here to Moore. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears have taken the lead late. TJ Moore, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears jump in front now by 5.
36. Steelers 31.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Catch made by Austin. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Rogers from the gun. Ooh, he misfired on that one. It's behind his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop it. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Again, Rodgers. Into the hands of Skoranek, complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Second and 3 now. They'll throw again. Rodgers trying to push deep downfield. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Throwing now. This is for the ball game. Deflected. Oh, but they couldn't bring it off the tip drill, though. They had the chance they wanted, Brock, but no, that's how this one's going to end. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.